Hello and welcome to 72 Dragons Health. Today we had the pleasure of speaking with Gianluca Fratellini. Welcome to this interview. It is an honor and a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, Pedro, and it's my pleasure.
Great. Gianluca Fratellini is an accomplished 3D animator and director hailing from Modugno, Italy. His passion for animation began at the early age of 14. Despite limited access to technology, over the years, Gianluca has built an impressive career working on various projects. As an autodidact in a field nominated by graduates from prestigious animation schools, Gianluca distinguished himself with his dedication and talent. His independent short film, Life in Smoke, Una Vita in Fumo, created with no budget, has garnered significant acclaim, winning numerous awards across European and international film festivals. Recently, Gianluca's Life in Smoke was selected for the Health for All Film Festival at the World Health Assembly 2024, set to take place in Geneva, Switzerland, highlighting his contribution to global health awareness through the medium of animation. This recognition underscores the impact of his work in addressing important social and health issues on a global stage. My name is Dr. Pietro Aparicio from 72 Dragons. Thank you for joining us and for sharing your experiences with us. Without any further ado, let's begin. Gianluca, can you tell us about the inspiration behind Life in Smoke, Una Vita in Fumo? What motivated you to create this short film?
As you say, I was an autodidact artist in that period. So I was in the teenager period. So I was surrounded of a lot of friends that start smoking since they were 15 years old. And in that period as well, smoking was not prohibited in cinema, in the close place like restaurants. So even at my house, my parents were smoking in the house, and I hate that. So I never tried to really smoke. I tried first time, but I never liked. So I was really upset when I smelled that kind of feeling. And in the same time, I was creating a short film and testing on my side what I was learning. And as I saw every school of animation prepare the student with a short film when they finish the class, I was feeling like I need to do the same as an autodidact. So because it's like an identity card for an artist when they have to find a job. And especially for me that I came from a little country like Palo del Colle, Modugno in Puglia. It's very small and there are no school of animation in this place. So I decided to create myself a short film, and I finish also this short film when I start working in Luxembourg, and I was surrounded by a lot of talented people coming from school like Supinfocom, and fortunately I found a better place there to take the energy and the experience as well from them to push in my short film. And the idea came actually because I really wanted to address to a public that was not old smokers. So I was thinking, as in that period, I remember I saw a lot of advertisement against tobacco and about cancer, which were kind of violent image, like showing what is inside the body. And I feel that it was not really good message to express to a little public like kids and teenagers. So I thought, why should I would like to create something funny at the same time entertaining that could be addressed to this kind of public.
Great. Thank you for sharing. Yes, tobacco use is such a big issue worldwide, but thank you for sharing. Now, how do you see the role of animation in addressing important social and health issues as you did it in Life and Smoke?
Well, I think animation is a language. So, to be honest, when I started doing animation, I didn't even know that was a job. It was a passion. So I started understanding as a 13 years old by watching the Pixar lamp, the junior Pixar lamp, which you can express a story, you can give emotion even by using objects, even without languages. So I started opening my eyes and my heart when I saw that, because I find out that this was kind of what I feel like communicating could be, because I was very shy, and it was very hard for me to express myself even to other people when I was a teenager. So when I discovered that, for me it was like a therapy kind of, because it helps me to understand what is behind emotion, what is behind a simple movement that can give you the understanding of emotion. So motion and emotion together can give you a meaning, and it's very important to study that. So that's why after I study a lot of book of 2D animation in which they really express the meaning of the motion and emotion, even by silhouette, drawing poses. So it opened me a world when I discovered that.
Thank you. Yeah, as you said, animation can be a very effective way of communication, and targeting young children is also the future generation of potential smoker. So that's a good place to start. Now, can you walk us through your creative process when developing the characters and storyline for your film productions?
Yeah, so it could be crazy, but honestly, when I start writing, it happened during a very, very late night. So I was like, I was having fever in that night. I had the varicella. I don't know, the varicella, the sickness. Yeah. And in that day, I had nightmares. Maybe because I was already thinking about that story, but honestly, it was a strong nightmare that completely I visioned what I was thinking. So I really dreamed that story. I really had in my mind the story. So during that night, I decided to write the story very quickly on the paper with fever. And the day after, when I wake up, I was thinking, okay, what I wrote, and it was actually the story as I was dreaming in that moment. And then I was thinking, I had image in my mind already because I was dreaming, and I had the text and story that I wanted to express. So after I decided to start with the small drawing, as you can see, like a really like post-it drawing, very small, because I'm not a really character designer. I really tried to describe every shot by just little lines. So all the character you will see that it's like it's very small cigarette walking around here. You can see that's visible in the short. And I create some vignette that's called storyboard, in which I could at least printing all the ideas and camera view and angle of the story. Then I try to work in the editing. So with the music, I help myself to have a timing and imagining a story with the voiceover, my voiceover initially. Then I asked to my friend to have a nice cartoony voice, which is a temporary voice. Then I tried to modeling as well the character that you see in the movie, in the short movie, with the plasticine, and I create a skeleton inside, so the structure is a bit more stronger. It's very light character, and you can see it's quite very rough model of the main character of the short film, which is actually the design. It comes from my ex-colleague in the company when I started working, which I wanted to use his face because it's quite a funny face, cartoony face, and it was interesting because my ex-colleague didn't smoke at all. So he said, why you decide to? So then I tried to modeling in 3D each character, and I create texture material. I tried to create a set environment, one for the nightmare part and one for the reality of the man. Then I was very lucky to have a printed version of the cigarette character in the pose like in the movie, and you can see all the details that I actually model in 3D for the eyes, the brows, the mouth with a filter. Sorry if my camera. So the filter mouth, it became the line of the lips, and then the shoes. It's very cartoony one, and using the stick as the light fire as a stick, like Charlie Chaplin thing. And I have another project in mind, which will be the continuity of this one. So be prepared.
Looking forward to it. So I can see that fever can be a source of inspiration too. Now, talking about technologies that are coming up, what role do you think emerging technologies like VR and AI will play in the future of animation?
Well, I think technology is very important for our job, especially for pre-visualization. Like now we have a virtual production, for example. We can work in virtual production, so we can see in advance what could be the look of the short or the movie, as we do in movies as well. So technology for sure now helps a lot. I can render an image much quicker than before, like 20 years ago probably, and it's a big impact to the production and to the speed of the production. So for example, AI, it's an example. It's breaking the rules of the system of productions, and we can see so far how big change we can see in the different studios, which is not 100% clear so far, but for a big percentage, I'm pretty sure that will change the way to produce a short film, which it could be a bad thing, but also a good thing. So we have to imagine two scenarios. One in which, of course, companies will lay off people, as it's happening as well, because probably AI could do some mechanical roles that an artist even doesn't want to do in the same time. And for the other side scenario, there are a lot of creative artists, myself included, I would say, because I like to create story. And sometimes it's very hard to find people, or even to find the tools or machine to create something high quality. So AI, what it's doing is amplifying this quality very quickly for everyone.
Great. Thank you, Gianluca. Yes, technology can bring lots of opportunities, but it also comes with challenges, as you mentioned.
Yes, okay.
And you already mentioned future projects, but can you expand what projects you're contemplated and what other film productions are in the pipeline for you?
I'm doing another short film, which is an hybrid, I would say, project in which we are going. This time I'm not working alone, fortunately. I'm working with a group of team and talented friends around the world. So they are helping me to push forward this project, and we are using an hybrid production. So it's more about a standard production as we did so far, and also a hybrid and also virtual production for shooting and stuff like that. So I'm trying to use it as an experiment so far, because we are all prepared for the future. We need to be prepared. So we are investigating as well to what we can do in the future.
Yeah, we can hear the passion in your voice, and looking forward to see your future productions. Gianluca Fratellini, thank you for sharing your remarkable journey and insights with us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, your dedication and passion for animation, evident in works like Life and Smoke, Vita and Fumo, are truly inspiring. And we look forward to see more of your impactful work in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and I hope to show you another project soon.